So hey guys, this is me Satyam Kumar, and today we are going to do the program of insertion, which is nothing but inserting a new element into the array. This program is related to the data structure. So now, before moving on to the program, let us talk about the logic of this program by paperwork. So let's go.
First, if you have to insert an element, you have to declare an array. And so here I would like to give the array size as 5. So now I would have to enter the 5 elements. So the 5 elements would be 10, 20, 30, 50 and 60. And so now I want to insert a new element to the position 4th. So here we would not consider the index. We would take the position from the user, because we don't know that whether user is knowing about the index or not. So here the position of this element 50 is 4, right? See, this is 1 2 3 and it is 4. So here I want to insert a new element to the position 4th, and here after getting the position from the user, we will ask the new element which he want to insert into the position. So I would give I will give 40 here. So now I want that in the place of this 50, I want to store 40 here, and after that I want to print 50 and 60 below this. So what we have to do now to accomplish this, here let's say this is the array. Here we are having 5 elements, right? So here the 5 elements are 10, 20, 30, 50 and 60. So now to insert a new element, we have to declare a array which is greater than this size which user will give. So let's take a of 10, where we can store 10 integer elements, right? So here the maximum size of this array is 10. We can store 10 elements here, but after user will give the size 5, he will store just 5 elements. So now he has to enter a new element into the 4th position. So to insert a new element to the 4th position is nothing but this is index, and this is what position. So here user will give the position 4. So he want to insert a new element into 4. So now to insert a new element into the 4th position, what we have to do is we have to shift this value 60 here to the below, or let's say rightwards, right? So if you are considering a linear array, then the value will be shifted to the below, right? If here is 50, then and here is 60, so 60 will be transferred here and 50 will be assigned here. So likewise I'm taking this horizontal array. So here what I will do is, let's say this is a of I, right? So now I have to do what? This is a of I plus 1. So I have to shift the a of I into a of I plus 1. So this value will be copied here, and the same thing which I have to do is I have to copy the value 50 here, and now there is 50, right? And the user has entered the position 4, and the index of this value 50 is 3. So this is nothing but position minus 1, right? Position is 4 and minus 1, which is 3. So 3 will be the index, and in index 3 we have to store the new value. So new value will have to asked by user and has to be stored in the variable new element. So now what I will do is, in the place of value 50, I would so in the value of this index, in the value of the 50 which is in index 3, I will store the new element which user has given. And after that, see, first the size had been 5. So now after inserting a new element, the size will automatically increment, right? After inserting only one new element, the size will be size plus 1. So which is nothing but size plus plus, or you can also write it in the size is equal to size plus 1. So first of all, the size was 5, but now after inserting a new variable, the size will be 6, and now you can just print the array. So this is what the logic is. Now let's implement it into the code.
So guys, here I have just created an array. So this is nothing but a function called array creation. Here I'm just creating an array, simply a array. That's it. Taking a size by the user and then creating array. So in the array selection function, what I am doing is just printing the array using pointer, and here I am getting the array element through pointer arithmetic, right? So the array has been created globally. The variable has been declared globally, which is a of 10. I'm using the maximum number of elements 10, and the size is also being using in the global, and the I variable has also been declared in the global. So here in the insertion, what I will need is I will need position, right? I have to ask the user the position, and then he will enter the position, and the position will gonna be stored in the variable POS. So now after inserting the position, the user have to insert a new element, right? So to take input the new element, we are using this variable new element. So now let us ask the user to enter the position. Enter the position on which you want to store or insert a new element, right? Then we have to read it. This is integer, that's why I'm using, and I will insert it into the POS variable, right? So now after getting the position, I have to ask the user to enter the new element. So the new element will be scanned into the variable new LA, ampersand here new LA. So now I have got the position and I have got the new element. So now what I have to do is I have to shift the elements from the position from the index of that position, right? If you will give the position as 4, then the index will be 3, right? So from the index 3, I have to shift, or I have to copy the values, the elements into downward, right? Then a new uh, element will be created, and then we have to store the element given by the user into the position which he have given, right? So let us run the loop from the decrement side, right, from the opposite side, which is nothing but size minus 1. And the loop will run until size greater than equal to position minus 1. So what is this? See, we have to run the loop from the decrement side, and we run the loop until we will get to the index of the position which user enter. Right? If we will enter the position 4, so now I have to run the loop till index 3. So till index 3, what I will do is I will just shift the elements into rightwards. Or if it is linear array, you will take it linear array. Then I will just shift the elements into the downer side, right, into the below. So now because this is the opposite loop, so decrementing loop. That's why I have given I minus minus here, which will just decrement a value of I each time. So now a of I plus 1, which is nothing but the next element, right? A of I means the currently element, right? So a of I plus 1 means the next element into the. So here I'm just shifting element into the newer element we have already discussed in the paperwork, right? So what we have done is we were just shifting the elements into the newer side, right? We were shifting the elements into the newer side to make this insertion possible. So when we shift elements into the right class, then it will make a space, and in that space, which user will give the position, we will insert a element which is given by the user. So in the position minus one, we will insert the new element which has been taken input from the user. So now the size will also be incremented, right? First, if it was 5 element, then after inserting a new element, it will become 6, right? The size will array size will become 6. So now all has been done, and array selection function has also been called in the main function. So first we would have to create the array, then we would have to insert a new element, and then the array will be printed, right? So guys, this was the program. Let us run this and check the output. So 5 elements here. I'm gonna give which is 10, 20, 30, 50, and 60. So here in the place of 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to insert a new element 40 because 40 is missing here, right? So now after inserting a new element, the array is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. See, first the array element was only 5 elements, which was 10, 20, 30, 40, 30, 50, and 60. So here in the position of fourth, in the position of 50, right? After giving it position 4, what is that it has done is, see, here it was 50, right? And here it was 60. So what it has done is, here it was 60. See, here it was 60. So what is has it has done is 60 has been shifted into below, and here it was 50, right? So I value has been decremented. So the control has been gone there in the place of 50, which is nothing but the index of 3. So here 50 will also been copied to here, right? And then the new element which we have created, we have inserted here. So this is how it became 40, 50, and 60. So loop has been run 3 times here, only 3 times here. Uh, when the I value has been incremented and the control has been shifted here, the condition inside the for loop has become false, and then the loop has came out, and then array has been printed. So this is what the program is, guys. If you have any queries or question related to this video, please let me know. Bye.